Welcome to NME ICT Sakshat e-content project under Ministry of HRD Government of India. This project is of marketing management. The project is under NME ICT, that is National Mission on Education through Information and Communication Technology. Under this mission, a proper balance between content generation, research in critical areas relating to imparting of education, and connectivity for integrating our knowledge with the advancement in other countries is to be attempted. In order to bolster our knowledge resources to obtain and maintaining the competitive edge in the world, we require a system of identification and nurturing of talent and lifelong learning. Knowledge modules based on personalized needs of the learner would need to be delivered to him or her at the right time with the right content interactively to take care of his or her aspirations. With these objectives in mind, these videos are created for the portal Sakshat. We will learn basic marketing over here.
Hi, I am LL means learner. I am learner of marketing management. I'll learn marketing in master's class. The desire for learning marketing comes out of interest. This is very interesting topic. Marketing management is seen everywhere in the society. You see up or down, you see here and there, you can see brand names and logos and advertisements and people working in marketing area. I am very much interested in learning marketing. Let us learn marketing from Dr. Badiyani. He is going to teach marketing management under Sakshat e-content development project under National Mission on Education through Information and Communication Technology, that means NME-ICT. Let us start learning.
Good morning to all. Today, we are going to learn media selection.
Hello and welcome to Sakshat e-content on marketing management. Today, we are going to understand media selection. Advertising media selection is the process of choosing the most cost-effective media for advertising to achieve the required coverage and number of exposures in a target audience. Selection of media has got basically 5 steps. Number 1, write an objective, decide an objective. Number 2, determine the domain in which the objective can be classified. Number 3, consider various factors affecting media selection. Number 4, consider various methods or techniques to be adopted. And number 5, select appropriate media. If we look to importance of media selection, media has an important role in the advertising process. But all media are not suitable or appropriate for all types of advertising tasks. Such as, if you want to look to designs in a detailed way, you need to give it in a print media. Or if you want to have an impact on the mass, you need to have on televisions. Each medium has got its own capabilities or attributes or characteristics. Characteristics may be or attributes may be pictorial, size may be enlarged or reduced or real size or whatever, or color, it may be black and white or it may be limited colors or it may be full colors. Then movement, it may be still, semi-motion or full motion. The language, print or oral or sounds, etc. And sound picture relationship, it may be silent or it may be with oral sounds, or it may be with oral sounds and music, or it may be only with music, etc. Each advertising task also requires media with specific characteristics or attributes. It is therefore considered that media selection is an important part of advertising design and delivery. Thus, advertising effectiveness and conversion in sales or even objectives are much dependent on media selection. Types of media. In terms of overall advertising expenditures, media advertising is still dominated by press and television, which are of comparable size. By values of sales, you can say figures of sales. Posters and radio follow some way behind, with cinema presenting a very specialist medium and internet and mobile as upcoming media. Press. In India, spending on advertising is still dominated by the national and regional newspapers. The regional newspapers taking almost all the classified advertising revenue or even the vernacular language revenues. The magazines and trade or technical journals markets are about of same size of each other but are less than half that of newspapers. In terms of sales figures, again I say, if we look to television, television is one of the most expensive media and such is generally only open to the major advertisers, although some regional contractors offer more affordable packages to their local advertisers. It offers by far the widest coverage, particularly at peak hours. Roughly in India, you can say evening 7 to 10:30 is peak hours for them, and easily for family audiences. Offering sight, sound and movement and color, it has the greatest impact, especially for those products or services where the demonstration is essential, since it combines the virtues of both storyteller and the demonstrator. Radio. Radio advertising has increased greatly in recent years. It has got, you can say, a deep in few years in between, but with advent of FM radio and with advent of radios, instruments combined with mobiles, I mean to say cellular phones, you can say that has got a great increase in advertising. It has got much more, you can say, licenses this year too. It typically reaches to specific audiences at different times of the day. Adults at breakfast, housewives during the day, and the commuters during the rush hours. It can be cost-effective way of reaching these audiences, especially since production costs are much cheaper than for television. Through the lack of visual elements may limits the message. Though the lack of visual elements may limit the message. In radio advertising, it is important to identify the right timing to reach specific radio listeners. For instance, many people only listen to the radio when they are stuck in the traffic or when they are having a journey, or you can say in the evenings, etc. The 24 hours availability of radio is helpful to reach a variety of customer segments. In addition, it is a well-established medium to reach rural consumers, where television even may not have reached. There are specific areas in India where televisions are not reached or people are illiterate, so newspapers have got limited effect. Radio is a very important medium for them. Cinema. Though national audience numbers are down, this may be the most effective medium for extending coverage to young age groups, since the core ad audience is between 15 to 30 years normally. Internet or web advertising. It is a very rapidly growing marketing force. This borrows much from the examples of press advertising. But the most effective use adopted by search engines is interactive advertisements, which is possible in internet or web advertising. I mean to say, two-way communication is possible in internet or web advertising, which is not at all possible in radio, television. Television is somewhat offering by, you can say, using even the telephone calls and etc., and even not possible in press. mobile advertising or cellular phone advertising. Personal mobile phones have become an attractive advertising media to network operators but are relatively unproven and remain in media buyers a kind of sidelines. You can say it is a kind of medium which adds to the main medium. So you can say still it is growing, but it is very effective again in terms of two-way communication, and it is about personal advertising too. Media planning. The two basic tasks of marketing communications are message creation and message dissemination. Media planning supports message dissemination. It helps you determine which media to use, uh, be it television programs, newspapers, posters, in-store displays, banner ads, or on web or mobile or a flyer as Facebook, etc., etc., etc. It also tells you when and where to use media in order to reach your desired audience. Simply put, media planning refers to the process of selecting media time and space to disseminate advertising message in order to accomplish marketing objectives. Media planners often see their role from a brand contract perspective. Instead of focusing solely on what medium is used for message dissemination, media planners also pay attention to how to create and manage brand contact. Brand contact is any planned and unplanned form of exposure to interaction with a product or service. Word of mouth is an unplanned brand contact. Advertisers normally do not plan for word of mouth. I'm sorry. From the consumer's perspective, however, unplanned form of brand contact may be more influential because they are less suspicious and more trustworthy. Media planners are making more use of product placements now in lieu of advertising insertions. Advertising insertions like print ads or television commercials are made separately from the content and are inserted into it. The ads are distinct from the articles or TV programs, not a part of them. So it seems as intrusive. It is something in between. In contrast, product placement, several times called as brand placements or brand entertainment, blends product into the TV commercial, TV programs, or you can say a movie, a cinema. Like a hero or heroine or a heroic character drinks cold drink or takes a chocolate of a particular brand, etc. over there. On the other hand, placement puts the brand message into the entertainment content. It is excessive product placements may sometimes harm the total brand. The role of media planners has expanded as media planners have moved beyond the planned message to take advantage of unplanned messages as well. Whereas planned messages are what advertisers initiate, like an ad, press release, or sales promotion, unplanned messages are often initiated by people and organizations other than advertising themselves. Word of mouth, both online and offline, is one form of unplanned message. Several companies even plan for, you can say, online forums too. Well, next let us understand media mix. Combination of media should be used in an advertising campaign. In the past, television and magazines dominated the media mix, but most of the national advertising campaigns, they were you can say dominated because media reached to the broadest segment of the market. However, in recent years, clutter, rising advertising cost and smaller audiences have caused advertisers to seek more cost efficient avenues for their advertising rupees. Consequently, media mixes may now include vehicles such as telephone directories, cable television, ballpark, you can say several billboards, supermarket shopping carts, you can see on public transport like state transport and etc., which can target more efficiently. There are several difficulties in selecting media time. Number one over here is audience measurement. The media cell circulation or opportunity to develop circulation is known as audience measurement. This is a gross aspect to circulation, and net aspect, how many of these total bought, and you can say prospects for the product, so the advertisements in the media. That's what is gross and net, you can say, audience measurement. Well, measurement of the same is not easy as advertisers would think. Look, perception is different than real purchase majority of the times. Next is difficulty of cost comparisons. There is a cost per thousand concept in every media type, such as cost per thousand homes or thousand viewers, or cost per thousand passerby, those who are passing to that particular place, or cost per page per thousand copies sold. How does the reaction of thousand housewives who read the food advertisements about particular noodles compare with that of different thousand housewives who watch the same on TV, etc., etc.? Well, per thousand is one concept, but still there is a difficulty of comparing cost per medium or per, you can say, person, etc. Reliance on a particular type of medium is the next difficulty. How much of the promotion effort should a manufacturer place in magazines and how much on TV? How much outdoor, how much POP, point of purchase, which should be dominated, etc. These factors plays a key role in selection of a particular type of media. Media cost, the cost of space and time, are the largest single expense item in the most advertising budget. But majority of the times, manufacturer goes for proven media and only one media type is relied on. So that one media type may prove difficult in selling too, because that media may not have that much reach, frequency or impact. The points to be considered in media selection, there may be availability, selectivity, you have to talk about competition, etc. The availability of the media, particularly at different times, at different places. The selectivity, I mean to say the visual demand, or you can say oral presentation, etc. And competitors selection, they are important with reach, frequency and impact of the media itself. So this was about media selection. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the class and watching. I have learned a lot. Did you? Have a good day from the learner.